YouTube family. I just wanted to get on here and just brag about God for a second, okay? Today is April 1st, April Fool's Day, but today is a very sentimental and special day to me. It's the anniversary of my grandmother Elizabeth's death. She was 55. I'm actually wearing her earrings right now. She was 55 when she passed away. Just a brief little story about her, since, you know, I want you guys to know who I am, know me a little bit more personally here on this channel. My grandmother, she was 55 years old, and she went into the hospital for gallbladder surgery. She was having like stomach issues or whatever. And mind you, at this point in time in my life, I was 7 years old, and I was taken away at the time from my mom, my parents. So she goes in for gallbladder surgery, and during her gallbladder surgery, the doctor cut her bile duct and sewed her back up anyway, knowing that he cut her bile duct. And the bile duct is like one of the things in your stomach, I guess, that helps break down the food, and it has poison in it. It has poison in it. So he cut her bile duct, knowing that he cut her bile duct, he sewed her up anyway, and the poison spread around her body and killed her. My grandmother was 4'11" when she was alive. When she passed away, she was 4'7", 4 foot tall, 7 inches, whatever. Very beautiful woman. She was a virgin bride. Her favorite, sorry, my fiance keeps calling, because I was calling to tell him what I came on here to tell y'all. He didn't answer, so I had to share the news with somebody. But so anyway, long story short, I'm on my way to go to her grave and have like a little ceremony for her anniversary or whatever. I got her a rest in peace candle. I got her some incense, and now I'm like on my way to get her some flowers. So long story short, I feel like I'm doing like this. I keep making U-turns after U-turns, and I'm just like, when the spirit leads you, you follow, okay? And I don't ever question when the spirit leads me. I just go with it. So I pull in, like, I had the intention of going into the Giant to get the flowers, and then I'm like, well, should I get real flowers or should I get fake flowers? Because I know that the graveyard people are petty, and there's a lot of times when I've given real flowers and the next day or 3 days later I'll come back and they're gone, like somebody took them off of the gravesite. So I wound up like just driving around. Like, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go to Giant, I'm gonna go to the dollar store and just get fake flowers. So as I'm doing that, and I'm on my way to go like U-turn or detour back to Dollar Tree, I see like this beautiful like outdoor spiritual type of setup, and it said Pablo's Garden, but like they have like statues, and I seen Buddha and angels, and it's like, it looks like a carnival kind of setup, like vibe, but it's all spiritual stuff. So I'm like, I get out the car, I'm like, yo, let me check this out. It was like the place was literally calling me. So I was like, let me check this out. And I get out, mind you, it's freezing. Like, I did not wear the right clothes for today. It's 45 degrees outside. It's like a little sprinkle and shit. I did not see nothing about the weather on the weather. The weather did not say nothing about no damn rain. But anyways, so I'm getting out the car, the wind's blowing. I'm like, hello. I see a cat. Cats are very spiritual to me. Whenever I see a cat, I know that's, my guides. It's a spiritual animal, spiritual as shit. Cats are very significant to me. And not only that, my grandmother had cats, okay? So I get out the car, I'm looking around. I'm like, hello, is anyone here? Because like I wanted to look around and maybe get something for her, because they had like chimes and all these beautiful spiritual ass things, okay? So I'm like, okay, nobody's here. Clearly nobody's here. So then I see a number. I call. Call the number. I'm like, hey, are you guys open? Whoop-de-woo, da-da-da-da. He's like, no, we don't open until the second week of April. We're still getting our things set up or whatever. And he was like, so you were interested? I was like, and then I just was like, because I work full time already and I have my side hustles and things like that. But I still am always looking for new opportunities. So I'm like, are you guys looking for workers or people to work for you? And he was like, I don't know, but maybe. He was like, why are you looking for work? And I was like, I mean, not really, but I am a tarot reader. I do chakra healing. I'm an energy reader. I'm a angel interpreter, whatever. And he was like, this is how God works, okay? God is so faithful. God works in mysterious ways. When I tell you, when you remain faithful, and when you seek, you find. When you ask, you receive. So he's like, I'm like telling him about myself, because you have to promote yourself. If you do not promote yourself, nobody is going to. So I'm like telling him a little bit about myself, and he's like, are you legitimate? Are you real? And I just started going into like, yes, I can send you my resume. I can set you up on my YouTube channel, whatever. And I can even read you if you would like, for like an interview process. And then he was like, yeah, well, actually, now that you're saying this, I would love to meet you. He was like, you could even set up a table here and do your readings here, because he was asking me like how I do my readings. And I was like, well, right now sometimes I do readings in person, but because of COVID, like I've been doing virtual readings, and I also do it on my YouTube channel, things like that. So he was like, yeah, like you could set up here like twice a week and help me with the clients and bring them in, like. And I'm just like, damn, like I got lost looking for flowers for my beautiful grandmother. May she rest in peace. And the whole time I came up on an opportunity, like who would have thought? Like who would have thought? And it was just my vibe. And then like I liked his vibe too, because he was talking like this place was calling you, because I was like, if something catches your eye, it's for you. And he was like, well, maybe this place was calling you. And I'm like, yo, you're right. Like, I like the way you think. Like, you're right on my type of frequency. So I just want to show you guys the candle that I got at Botanica Boricua here in Maryland. It's a rest in peace candle. And then I asked the lady, like, what kind of incense were good for people who have passed on. And she recommended this incense. So, yeah. And then I also brought some ancestor money to burn or just maybe leave there for her. And I brought a money blessing incense as well, because your ancestors can really help you. We just have to be willing to accept and ask for their help. But yeah, I just thought that was so beautiful, so dope. Just, you never know. Like, don't ever think that there aren't opportunities that are waiting for you to find them. Like, you never know. The way God works, you never know. So keep having faith. Seek and you shall find. If you are driving and you wind up taking a wrong turn, just know it's the right turn. Just know it happened for a reason. It may have prevented you from getting into an accident. Like, you never know. You never know why things happen. There's no such thing as coincidences. I do not believe in coincidences, okay? Yeah, I'm putting on my mask, but yeah, so that's it for this video. But I just wanted to get on here and share that God is good all the time. He is faithful, and you just have to believe in God, okay? God works in mysterious ways, and you never know how he's going to work through you. The only thing I don't like about this mask is that it fogs up when you talk. Like damn, bitch, your breath is hot as shit. But anyway, so I'm gonna get out of here. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm really looking forward to building my YouTube channel, and I want you guys to get to know me. So yeah, peace, love, and light. Love you guys. Bye.